this has come to fruition, and I hope that after today, we have become really good friends and good collaborators. Thank you very much.
The Frontier Center is a joint collaborative research center between Ohio State and IIT Bombay. It happens to be Ohio State's first research center offshore. It has actually a physical location at IIT Bombay for Ohio State researchers and a physical location at Ohio State for IIT Bombay researchers, with the idea being that both universities would be collaborating on programs and projects in both spaces.
There will be a group of faculty members from IIT Bombay as well as from OSU. They will be collaborating. Key thing of this particular center is to engage students. And this is where IIT Bombay and OSU will work together to see that we can connect students to the faculty members and our students who are from IIT Bombay, so they can get the benefit of what OSU has to offer. And similarly, the students who are joining at OSU, they should be able to use whatever the facilities and the expertise that we have.
Having been educated at the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, and spending a year in Bombay before coming to graduate school in the US, I have seen the educational infrastructure and the research infrastructure in both India and the US. And I think this will be a great experience for students from Ohio State to go and experience the educational and the research infrastructure and complementary research expertise in India. And as we have diversity of thought, diversity of cultures, and diversity of research ideas combined together, the goal for the Frontier Center would be to exploit this diversity of ideas to achieve something which is greater than the sum of parts.
The students from IIT Bombay, they can come here and they can get exposed to some of the facilities in terms of manufacturing facilities, characterization facilities that are available here, and work with the faculty here, and they really stand to benefit significantly through the expertise and the facilities available. And in addition, they are also getting the exposure to a new culture. This, I think, will significantly benefit the students, and they will become a much more rounded personality also.
So Mumbai is a place where you have a lot of crowd, right? And then you have a lot of people to talk to, you have a lot of people to chat with. And then there are always these honkings in the streets, right? So it's a very busy place, right? And then when you come to Columbus, it's the other way around, right? So no noise, very quiet. Then you have very less people walking on the street. So I joined Ohio State around the mid of October 2016. And I guess the new students by then had already come into the university. So initially I didn't have any friends from India as such, right? So who I had was friends from my labs. We're from China, South Korea, America, of course. So there was a mix of culture the moment I entered Ohio State. Besides this, I'd say the non-technical part was the culture. Okay, so the food especially, American food and also Mexican food. I really miss Chipotle a lot now when I'm here.
And on the same side, the students coming from the Ohio State to IIT Bombay, of course, they get exposed to our local culture, and I think that is going to be greatly beneficial, as well as use our complementary facilities and expertise available at IIT Bombay.
We have the facilities in terms of hosting some of the best students from wherever they are. Okay, we do get a fairly large number of exchange students. It will be wonderful if students from OSU, they would like to come here either as a full-time student or even as like a short visit. Okay, we'll welcome them and let them see the life. As you have two aspects. One is the city of Mumbai, okay, which is probably the biggest city in this part of the world, and see how life is made up, like how thickly populated you are. And then you come inside the campus. It's probably one of the like oasis in this human jungle, and you just come here, and I welcome all the students and even faculty members to be here in this campus. Look forward to that.
A couple years back, I spent 2 weeks at IIT Bombay, living on campus, working in the labs with Rajiv Jasani's group. One of the most interesting things about spending time at IIT Bombay was getting to interact with the students, both grad, undergrad, and actually some postdocs. And the number one thing that jumps out is just how extremely bright they are. I mean, I think it's well known, we're often told that the IIT in Bombay is one of the top schools in India, but it's not until I went there and spent time with them and talking to them, you're just kind of like, wow, these are extremely well prepared, extremely bright, hardworking students.
Having access to those quality students from IIT Bombay directly into our program will absolutely amplify the impact, the quality of our grad students immediately. I think it'll alter our expectations for what it means to do high impact research. And I think that what will happen is the research projects that will be funded will be that much more successful, that much more impactful in their field.
So the idea is to have a triple win strategy where we have Ohio State faculty see benefit for themselves and their research group, and the same thing happens for IIT Bombay faculty, and they see the benefit of this collaboration. But also really important is the student and the visitors involved with this particular project who see this as a career opportunity for them to professionally develop.
This is an opportunity to rapidly globalize the impact of Ohio State's research in a way that doesn't require massive amount of capital expenditures to build new campuses in other countries. And quickly we want to move Ohio State's research impact and footprint into countries that we believe would be outstanding collaborators for many different areas and programs for many years to come.
For Ohio State PIs, students, essentially all of us, the university, to essentially be part of really a global community of science and engineering research. And so being part of that means that our work will automatically have a bigger impact. We can have a huge impact on a large population of the world, and you know, for a researcher, that's kind of the ultimate in value.
Both universities have a lot of complementary assets, complementary strengths, but a lot of shared goals and visions. And so it became really a beautiful match. I think both universities see this as a way to double, if not triple, the size of the research footprint. So for both, it's a big reward, and that, I think, is what's driving all the excitement and motivation to carry through this new Frontier Center.